When you write about my life, it's like penning the Bible. I'm my own worst enemy, my biggest rival. We walk down that path, it could be fatal. Who's saying you smoke pot too? That's dromicidal. More dominant than any COVID variant. I'm carrying a torch cause I'm heroic and valiant. A man of peace, but I could also be so violent. Used to go to work from my house to Rikers Island. Now I feed raccoons lettuce with Thousand Islands. Good times, Jefferson's and Gilligan's Island. Which TV shows were the best? I'm undecided. I'm an IND vet, but Pulse is promising. I'm not a 1 minute impotent hypocrite. I used to date a crackhead, don't judge me, I'm magnificent. The gypsy read me with tea leaves burning frankincense. And back in the day on Myrtle Broadway, I lost my innocence. My best friends were M&M's, Misfit and Miscreants. Now I'm into crypto and never selling them.
You are now rocking with the Crypto Wonder. If you want more, press 1. If you don't want more, press 1.
Flow harder than any type of addictions. My clients are sick and they suffer from afflictions. Some refuse treatment and recovery. They have so much poor insight, I make their own decisions. I'm not the hardest out, but I rap for the hell of it. Some have HIV and are forced to be celibate. And dumb adults are walking around with their prejudice. Miss me with the garbage talk, it's not relevant. Moping around and soaking, you lack intelligence. Anything of substance, Frank White, I want in. 1 said, 2 said, 3 said, 4. All you heard was wonder, don't beat them no more. I've been me from the door, the truth you can't ignore. It's priceless, no value cause it's timeless. And when I close my eyes, I visualize I'm with the highest. My goddaughter died, she had the bright light. Forgive me, child, I was battling with the zeitgeist. Welled up with the emotions, I pray I split this mic right.
What's going on, everybody? Hope y'all doing well out there in the world, in the crypto space. Hope you're remaining safe, doing the smart things, not getting wrecked. You know, I want to preface this always by saying I hope you're doing well, and if not, you'll find swift amelioration towards your wellness. And there's a couple things I want to get into though, but I first have to say I don't understand sometimes, like some of these things with like YouTube and the content guidelines. It's weird to me. Why I say that is because I try to upload a post. I try to post a poster of a brother of mine who his sister is missing, and he gave me permission to share it on social media. And naturally, first thing I thought of was, let me just put this on YouTube, to share, and maybe it can help locate his sister, who's been missing for a few weeks now, and she's mentally ill. And my channel got removed. The video didn't upload. It took a very long time to upload. And my channel was removed last night. And so I appealed it, and I got my channel back. But it was off-putting because you figure, like I put something up there to help regarding a serious situation. I understand there are guidelines and policy and terms of service within YouTube, and I get all that, but when you're trying to genuinely, honestly do something to help somebody, I'm not engaging in, I pay my taxes. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I pay my taxes. I don't break the rules. I'm too old to engage in unlawful activities and shenanigans. I'm working class family, blue collar guy, family guy. I'm in crypto to try to help my family, and I'm doing something using this channel to spread the word about a person who's been missing, and to get my channel struck with no warning, nothing. It just got removed. It's just this YouTube is the platform that has the widest reach right now in the world as far as social media, in my opinion. But it leaves a lot to be desired with these strongholds that they have with, your content and what you can say and don't say and do and not do, and doing something to help somebody who's in pain right now because they're looking for their sister. I'm pleased that I got the channel back, but I'm not pleased about being gatekept or even censored. Like, I have to find ulterior means now, which I've been doing, helping to locate this person, but I can't do it on YouTube, which is very unfortunate because of whatever. I don't have the pull or the juice like other people have, where they join networks, or they can call their YouTube contacts or plugs or whatever in the industry that can help skip through, the bureaucratic red tape of this corporation. Again, I'm at the bottom of the pyramid trying to help. And my content, I love talking about crypto, and but I also talk about real life situations that crypto can help address, as far as money problems and life problems. And this is a serious life problem, and you can't even use your channel to assist somebody. Some bad taste, man. It's like, what I'm saying, I'm appreciative for the channel, but not 100%. I don't appreciate the censorship, especially when you're trying to save somebody. You don't know. I've been in the mental health field for 30 years. No cap, like the people say, like the kids say. And this person is missing and is mentally ill, an adult, and all the law enforcement, police reports, people have been notified, etc., etc. Places have been contacted in search and regularly contacted, conducting diligent searches, but that's not supported on a platform like this. It's nasty work. It's nasty work. But they would celebrate gossip, slander, defamation. They'll do that in a heartbeat. They would celebrate drama in a heartbeat, scandal in a heartbeat. But when you're trying to really, something happened recently to me personally that I wanted to put on the internet, and some told me, no, don't do it. And that's something that happened to me, to help the public know about something. And look, I put my stuff aside and said, no, yeah, whatever. Let the chips fall where they may. And I try to help someone else. It wasn't even for me and about me. It's about helping somebody else. And it's not supported. It gets shut down. That's why I tell y'all folks, listen, this video is not going to be long. There's a couple things happening from what I'm understanding in the crypto space, in the community, in addition to Pulse Chain, PulseX, and the bridge. I just hope everybody basically finds what they're looking for in this space without getting harmed, without getting wrecked, without experiencing something that displeases you. Like, seriously, because this is for real. We have to always remain vigilant, be aware of what's going on, understand what we're involved with, especially with this crypto space. There's still no real information being shared as far as like the wider cryptocurrency news outlets talking about things, developments that are being made in DeFi, especially with this community. A lot of people don't like the way Pulse Chain has been performing, and Pulse X and the bridge. I get it. I get it. I'm not one of those people that don't like it. I mean, I could understand, some of the frustrations, with the clogged network of Pulse Bridge and all this and that. I can't really, because if I'm gonna be really honest, if I jump out and talk and say, certain things like, oh, you had 2 years to get this right, you couldn't get this right, what's up with that? And I don't like that energy for right now, for me, because from what's being said, there are improvements that are being made right now as we speak, and they're addressing certain issues and things of that nature. And again, this is the first week. There's a lot of excitement, a lot of interest in the decks, in the chain, and in the bridge. I can't speak for Richard. I can't speak for Richie Rich. I could only speak for me. I can't even speak for the entire community. I could only speak for me as a participant, as a person who engages in this space and will always, until something else better comes along, better than crypto, I will be here, not going anywhere. I think you got to see, we have to accept things that we can't, in other words, what we can't control, certain things that occur we just can't control, is out of our hands. I don't think it's beneficial to continuously harp on those things, when is the founder gonna go live and all the because for me personally, I'm like, what if he does a Satoshi Nakamoto and vanish? You know what I'm saying? What if something else happens? What if there's a Black Swan event? What if this? What if that? Like that? I don't know. I don't know if that's the best way for me to approach things from that perspective. I could say, what if he's part of a group that's just been scamming people for like that. I don't, because people believe that. People believe that. People believe everything opposite of pretty much what I've been saying up to this point, in the sense where appreciating the good in what's been happening, the good aspects. There are a lot that folks can talk about that are not the best ways that things have been handled or even managed within the last 2 years. Some people think it only costs $50,000 to have a blockchain rolled out. I've heard this, I've seen this in different groups and messages. Some people think it didn't even take 2 years for all this. Look, but here we are. It's here. It's here. What do we do moving forward? What learning or teaching moments can we capture and say, oh, okay, this and that and this, so we can progress in the future, make good decisions instead of worse decisions, learn from errors or whatever, and basically develop and grow, really. I mean, really, because the community is made up of individuals. We make up the community. We make it up. We if it wasn't for us and our involvement, none of this would work. None of this would happen. None of this would have any value. It'd be for nothing, all of it. And why? Why? So that's why I'm at the point where, listen, I'm relieved. I'm gonna leave that the chain is out at minimum. I'm gonna leave that Pulse X is here, right? I'm gonna leave that at minimum that, there's a bridge, even though it's congested as a mall. But, keep building. You know what I'm saying? Keep building. Keep building, Does it feel good that other people acquired tokens cheaper than the sacrificers? Not necessarily. No. It doesn't. People have been acquiring tokens 4 zeros and a number. That's not necessarily, something that I'm excited about at all. That's something that I'm not going to check off on my excited list. Like, whatever you sacrificed is worth less now. That's not something that I'm going to celebrate. What I'm going to celebrate is the chain just being out and understanding that these markets go up and down. These coins come out and they drop, and then you feel like crap, like you just lost everything. Understanding that if you do participate and continue to see how the market moves, it goes right back up again. And this is just what history has shown. To be honest, but what position are we playing? Are we hitting it for short term, long term, in between? That's something for you to decide. But either way, the markets are going to operate and function accordingly, not to how we feel, but the market dictates how we feel in a certain way as a whole, because it's all captured on chain, on data, on charts. These markets fluctuate the behaviors of the people. Depends on how you look at things too. It's weird because some people could have scooped up a bunch of tokens now who weren't even sacrifices, who possibly have more than those who've sacrificed. That's real. And shout out to a notable member in the community who I respect, who brought this to my attention. And I was, sometimes when I talk I just ramble, but I wanted to point that out. It's not that 4 zeros and a digit is necessarily a win for sacrifices, because really it's not. Technically it's not. You just gotta perform accordingly however you do that. Either you hold, either you sell for a loss, either you just walk away from the joint and come back sometime in the future. Hopefully you see something more pleasing to your eye. However, I don't give financial advice, but I just wanted to say that in case it was heard differently, because somebody brought it to my attention. And salute to that person. Much respect. You know what I mean? But I know it's just weird. This is what it is right now. When Hex came out, it dropped, they say 85-90% off top. Just dropped. Came out, dropped. And was at a low for 33 days. 33 days, I think January 5th was at its all-time low. 4 zeros and a 5. At the all-time low. And when it reached its all-time high, it delivered on its promise. But it dropped severely. Some people saw that as a loss. Some people, took that as, it's a scam. Some people took that, in a bad way. But those who didn't, are sitting different. They're sitting pretty right now. So it depends on how you see it and how you look at it. Just trying to really present things as they are. And this is where we are. I'm just relieved. You talk about 22 months of just stress. Indirect stress, direct stress, worry, anxiety, frustration, a little bit of excitement, a lot of hope, faith, everything in between. Mixed emotions, all in between, depending on who you are and where you fall on the side of the pond, which side you on or whatever. I'm glad a major part of that is it's done. It's a new day, and it's time to move ahead accordingly. Learn from the past, learn from the mistakes so you don't have to repeat them. and take it from there, man. You know? All right, people. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, afternoon, night, wherever you are, morning. And I'll catch you all on the next one.
Learn my worth and self-mastery, and how to stand on my feet and not live on my knees. I'm 2 paychecks away from becoming Chewbacca. Refuse glue in a can, angry cookie monster. Willy Wonka eating chocolate by Lake Minnetonka. The purple one, they call me slave to my face, but I'm so New York. It's in my balls and the way I talk. What do you expect from a sinner of New York? They rather have